Hello everyone and welcome to the Captain's video blog. We are, Thursday, Thursday, July the 21st, 2016. It's actually pretty weird to think that, yeah, Thursday, now there's no SmackDown anymore. It was on Tuesday. Really weird. So, it's actually like 6 in the morning. I hadn't planned on recording that video so late. Like, I was probably ready 2 or 3 hours ago, but for some reason, my my phone really likes to make me lie, because for 1 or 2 days I've said that yeah, by the time the video is out, I will be way late on stuff because the uploading speed is shit and all, and both nights I record around midnight, 1 a.m. or I mean it was either midnight or a little bit after 1 a.m. and by the end of the by sunrise both were up. And now, well, there was this 1 minute video, so something like 80 megs. um, I recorded it around midnight and past, 5 past 12, something like that. Um, the video is up, has been up for like 10 minutes at this point. The final upload. I don't really trust, due to past events where I tried to record the video weblog while another video was uploading. I didn't. It crashed. The camera crashed. So I was like, well, shit. I have to wait. Except I didn't really. I really didn't think that it would take the whole fucking night for a 1 minute video. So I'm actually being really, afraid of the fact that maybe this video won't be up by the end of the day. Because if 1 minute is around 6 hours of upload, then 10 minutes it's about 60 hours. That's like almost 3 days. That's 2 days and a half. So yeah, I'm a bit afraid. Anyway, so because I kind of treated other sports as an afterthought in yesterday's video blog, and today's Tour de France stage was a time trial that Christopher Froome won, arriving 20 seconds before Tom Dumoulin. I'm still really it's still very, very strange to me that a guy like Tom Dumoulin, who is pretty much an all-rounder as a racer, can manage to, on such a time trial, it was very hilly because it's the Alps, managed to hold off literally everyone but the maillot jaune. Yeah. It's impressive. The main news are that Nairo Quintana and Adam Yates and Bauke Mollema all lost a lot of time on Froome, and they all lost some time to Romain Bardet, who is gaining some time and might be in contention for a top 3 spot, which is great. He and Thibaut Pinot are probably our best hopes at a good classification, at the general classification to the France. I'm not speaking about winning it because it looks like it could be too complicated. I mean, Team Sky, they are a lot of bullshit. Like their unofficial motto, like their way of life is having out of the the 10 riders in their team, probably 7 who could contend for a top 10. I mean, look, Richie Porte, he was Christopher Froome's wingman, and before that, he was Bradley Wiggins' wingman, and now he's the leader of BMC. And it's like, it's not even a head scratcher. It's obvious that in any other team, Richie Porte should be a leader, and yet in Sky, he just is just another guy. So yeah. Anyway, so let's talk a bit about football because Marseille. I mean, there was some huge news, like the game against Ajax. We can forget about it. It was a 2-2 draw against a team that's starting their season in, I think, 4 days, or maybe at this point only 2 days. They have a qualifying match, the third qualifying round of the Champions League against Fenerbahce, I think. So still, it's a bit concerning that they only could draw against Marseille, who haven't been doing the most of what they've been, given. Like when you play against Nîmes, you don't win 1-0. When you play against Lausanne, you don't lose 2-1. You can call you can talk about errors, referees doing shit all you want. You still lost, and you still won by a one goal lead against a League 2 team. So yeah, but still, while the first half against Ajax was, you can throw it away, like just get rid of it. The second half was much more promising, like it had a lot more promise, like good actions, good teamwork, nice setups and all. Only 2 players, I think, aren't quite at their they shouldn't be there. It's Brice Samba, who's probably going to be number 2 goalkeeper, which is kind of a shame because you have Florian Escales, who is much better. He could be going for number 1, but Franck Massy has chosen Yohan Pelé, and well, I mean, it's the experience. And the other being Baptiste Aloe, who could be better. Let's just leave it at that. Doria, I'm not really sure. Like, it's the first time I think that he really, this season is the friendlies are the first time he really wears the Marseille jersey, and I mean, he wants to do well, but he probably wants too much. He's probably trying too hard, so it's not really going the way I think he would want it to go. So anyway, other big news, like Brice Diadje left, which means that out of the usual starting 11 from Marcelo Bielsa's season, nobody's there anymore. Between last year's and this year's transfer markets, everyone has gone for about 140 million euros, which is great, but on the other hand, most of that has been used to make good figure against the people who look at the finances. In France we have that thing, kind of a little court where they look at your financial state, and if you're not good enough for the top flight, or maybe even the second division, or basically the level you're supposed to be at, well, you can go down pretty far. I think that's quite an amount of clubs, like in England or in Spain or in maybe not Germany, but in the big 5, could go down if the same kind of stuff applied in other countries. Because there's also the fact that you have to abide by the rules of financial fair play. So yeah, you cannot cheat too much. Um, so yeah, out of those 140 million euros, not a lot have been used to invest in other players, and that's really kind of a shame. Anyway, so there's been huge transfer rumors like Lucho Gonzalez has been proposed to Marseille, Jeremy Menez has been proposed to Marseille. I'm like, okay, Lucho Gonzalez, he might still have what they call la grinta, but he's old, you know. He's obviously not the same as when he played in Marseille, and even when he played in Marseille, he wasn't always good. Jerry Menez, why not? He is a solid midfielder, and yeah, there are things that you could say about his last couple of seasons. Like he hasn't always been at the same level, but yeah, and there's also the fact that he's from Paris, and that's you know that uh, grind my gears. And I think there's the brother of Michy Batshuayi who is interested in coming to Marseille, and okay, why not? And Lyon's president tries to block the transfer of Clinton and GA from Tottenham. I think it would be on loan. Not sure. There are so many stuff happening in Marseille. New president, who was apparently the CEO of Adidas in Russia, the one who struck the deal with the national team. New director of is it of sports? No, I don't think so. But yeah, so a huge shake-up, and yeah, it's probably not over. Anyway, let's speak a bit about wrestling, because there was NXT and the Cruiserweight Classic yesterday night, and yeah, before any of that, I realized that I didn't speak about the big draft picks for SmackDown, who are AJ Styles, John Cena, and Randy Orton. That's really huge. Like it's obvious that it goes for the star power, and it's great. And on the other hand, you have Cesaro, who apparently shooted, you know, on well, I mean, he had a promo backstage, and the graphics were obviously for Bubba Ray Dudley, which meant that they probably had thought about, you know, splitting the Dudley Boys. Okay, why not? And then you put Cesaro on Raw, and he's like, I should be a top 10 pick, and I wanted to be on SmackDown because it's supposed to be the wrestling show, and I don't care about the drama between Mick Foley and Stephanie McMahon. I'm here to wrestle. I can speak 5 languages, but no one hears me speak because, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I speak the language that everyone wants to hear, and it's wrestling. And I was like, okay, maybe that. I mean, Dave Meltzer said that it's not scripted, but it's also being posted on WWE's official YouTube channel. I'm like, what should I believe? And I really don't know what I should believe. Anyway, so it could be interesting. We'll see how they go with that. Is it a real shoot or is it a work shoot? You know, like CM Punk 5 years ago. Jesus. Anyway, so NXT, really solid episode. Like Austin Aries fought against No Way Jose. No, he fought against Patrick Clark from Tough Enough. Doesn't really count as a fight, because No Way Jose then attacked Austin Aries brutally, viciously. I like that. The first fight was kind of forgettable between Rhino and Samoa Joe. I mean, it doesn't hold much weight despite the fact that 2 monsters collided. Get it? But still, it was a very brutal fight, but at the end of the day, Samoa Joe won with the cocaine clutch, so not as, you know, more technicality than brute force. I don't think, I'm not sure that there was even an actual match between the Authors of Pain and American Alpha. I think that there was one, that really don't remember. But then Bailey won against Nia Jax, and what a way she won. Fucking belly to belly from the turnbuckle. Jesus, don't mess with that girl. Despite the fact that Nia Jax had the upper hand during the whole match, because pretty obviously, I mean, Nia Jax is a monster. She would manhandle even men. So yeah, she would have made usually quick work of Bailey, but it's wrestling, so you know. Anyway, oh yeah, the Cruiserweight Classic, very solid evening. The Mac has a very cringy personality, but in the ring he's really good. But he lost to TJ Perkins, who added insult to injury by dabbing a couple of times. What else? Tajiri won with the buzzsaw kick, which is pretty strange in this day and age, because buzzsaw kick to win a match, alright. Akira Tozawa won with a German suplex, and what a German suplex, like deadlifting Kenneth Johnson. And the match of the evening, pretty obviously between Lince Dorado and oh boy, I have already forgotten the name, but it was very, very, very huge match feel. Like, it was great, one of the greatest matches. Probably not going to be topped until the final. But I mean, Zack Sabre Jr. and Brian Kendrick are on next week, so don't quote me on that. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.